You're staring at the back of your closet, wondering if you should finally replace that aging tank that's been sputtering on and off for years, but the fear of splurging on the wrong system keeps you up at night. I get it, nothing feels worse than dropping a few $100 on a water heater that either can't keep up with a busy household or ends up costing you more in energy bills than it saves. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and in the next few minutes I'll walk through exactly when the Rheem RTGH Series 8.4 GPM natural gas tankless makes sense and when it's better to keep looking. First off, let's talk about the problem most of us try to solve with a tankless heater: intermittent hot water. If you've ever had to finish a shower while the water turns lukewarm because someone else is pulling a bath, you know the frustration. The Rheem RTGH is marketed as a continuous hot water solution, and the headline number, 8.4 GPM flow rate, does line up with the typical demand of a family of 4 if you're running 2 showers and maybe a dishwasher at the same time. That's the sweet spot the unit is designed for, and it's where you'll actually feel the benefit. In real-world use, I've seen households with 3 to 4 people get 2 back-to-back showers without a noticeable dip in temperature, as long as the incoming water temperature isn't too cold. If your winters bring water in the low 40s, you might be nudging the limit, but the unit's condensing tech helps pull extra heat out of the exhaust, keeping the output steady. Now, the condensing part isn't just a marketing buzzword. Rheem's 0.93 Uniform Energy Factor, UF, means the heater extracts more heat from the gas before it's vented away, translating into lower gas consumption for the same hot water output. In practice, that shows up as a modest but real drop in your monthly utility bill, usually a few dollars, but over a year it adds up, especially if you're already on a higher gas rate. The system also produces ultra-low NOx emissions, which is a plus if you're environmentally conscious or live in a jurisdiction with strict venting codes. So the value isn't just the endless hot water, it's also the savings and the peace of mind that you're not polluting the neighborhood more than necessary. Installation is where the rubber meets the road, and it's a point of real hesitation for many DIYers. The RTGH comes with mounting hardware and a detailed instruction packet, but the manufacturer strongly recommends professional installation. The reason isn't just the usual: we don't want to void the warranty. It's that this unit needs a dedicated gas line, a proper venting system for the condensing exhaust, and a sufficient electrical feed for the digital LED control board. If you're comfortable pulling a gas line and running a stainless steel vent through your wall, you could save on labor, but a mistake here can lead to carbon monoxide risk or a failed warranty claim. In short, if you're not a licensed plumber or HVAC tech, budgeting for a pro install is part of the total cost of ownership. Speaking of cost, the upfront price tag of the RTGH sits in the mid to high range for residential tankless heaters. That can feel steep compared to a standard 40 gallons tank, but remember, you're also paying for a unit that doesn't need a replacement every 1,012 years, doesn't leak, and frees up floor space in your utility closet. The value beyond the specs really becomes apparent after the first few years, when you've avoided the typical tank issues: rusty water, sediment buildup, and the dreaded tank rupture. For families who run multiple loads of laundry, dishes, and showers daily, the convenience of on-demand hot water often justifies the premium. Let's get into who will actually benefit. If you have a household of 3 or more, especially with kids who need quick showers in the morning, this heater shines. It's also a solid pick for homes that already have a natural gas line but are looking to upgrade from an old tank without converting to electric. Another scenario: a home office or a small guest house where you want the same hot water performance without installing a separate boiler. In each of those cases, the RTGH's ability to deliver steady heat to 3-4 fixtures simultaneously is a real convenience. On the flip side, there are situations where you might want to skip this model. Single-person apartments or couples who rarely run more than one faucet at a time often find a lower-flow tankless unit, or even a high-efficiency tank, more cost-effective. If your home only has a low-temperature water supply in the winter, say, under 45 F, you'll notice the flow rate drop because the heater has to work harder to raise the water temperature, and you might end up throttling back to preserve temperature. In those climates, a larger capacity unit or a hybrid heat pump water heater could be a better match. Also, if you're renting and can't make permanent modifications to the gas,